Hello world, this is Devonta Arrington at Veteran Home Realty, and I have my workout equipment on again, because that's just what I do. I am a victim of heart disease passed down from my family, so about to get on my running on in about 2.5 hours, so always just got to stay health conscious, baby. Always got to stay health conscious. So it's my favorite time of the day, sunset. Let's go. I love sunset just because of the way it hits the water, and the way it just hits the ground. It just looks so great. And can you see me? Because I feel like I'm really dark right now. So I don't want to be like Batman or something. So I'm gonna get a little bit closer to the camera because I feel like the glare is kind of making me look like a silhouette. So this video is going to be about why you should focus on buyers. Why you should focus on buyers instead of listings. Now, the reason why you should focus on buyers is not just, to fund the deals that I find. This is even just for your own personal business. Of course, bringing me buyers is good for the both of us. But buyers for your own benefit is what I'm going to explain as well. Now, understand, when you contact for sale by owners or you throw out, marketing for people to try to list properties with you, understand that there's how many agents in your area that are all listing, all putting out marketing for listings. They all want listings. They all want that 6%, 3%, and they're fighting tooth and nail. And what's crazy is, buyers are the ones that close the deals. For me, sellers are the easiest part. Buyers can come but for me, sellers are just, I can link up a seller pretty well. It's because, let's be honest, when a seller hears, that you're an agent and you want 3 to 6%, usually especially for sale by owners, look at it from the seller's perspective, is that you never know how much equity they have. And if they typically don't have a lot of equity to give away, then they don't want to give away that 3 to 6%. See, a lot of people are just coming really, really close to just, barely breaking even on the price that they sell their house for. So when you ask for that 3 to 6%, then, you're kind of, only you're cutting yourself pretty thin. So the reason you want to focus on buyers is because the main thing is you want to build up a pipeline. You just want to have a pipeline of just buyers, as much buyers as possible. Because the more buyers you have, just the more deals you can close. And don't focus just on your neighborhood area, whether you're in Palm Harbor or Orlando and Tampa. Go all over Florida. Market for buyers, because if the more buyers you have, then you can contact, other agents that have listings, and you can just, matchmake your buyers with the agents that have houses, and the thing is, let's say you get one listing and, you're just focused on trying to sell that listing, trying to get one buyer for that. Well, you can keep building your buyers database and you can just expand that all over Florida, and you can just, you're not rigid, you're not stuck. You can just keep on, playing matchmaker. Do you like this house? Do you like this house? Do you like this house? More buyers. Okay, would you like this house? Do you like this 4-bedroom? Okay, I got another buyer. He wants a 5-bedroom. Okay, I have a buyer. He wants a 1,300 square foot house. You know what I mean? And it's just a lot easier when you just focus on buyers, because everybody is fighting for that listings. And here's the thing too, is that so many agents have, lost listings because the time has run out. Now, if you have the buyers, you need the buyers. I'm not going to say you need the buyers first, but it's important to have buyers because you want to be closing deals as fast as possible. So here's the thing, that listing is nothing without the buyers. Am I right? You need the buyers to close the deals. That's why when people get listings, the listings expire because they couldn't find a buyer. Wow, that rhymed, didn't it? The listings expire because they couldn't find a buyer. I'm sorry. That was kind of inappropriate. But so what? We're having fun. Sunday. Good Sunday. So I'm sorry. That was just funny. Okay, so you want to have as much buyers as possible, because you just want to expedite your closing rate. And that's just with lease purchases as well, not just retail, because like I've shown in the video, of how I can get 4 yes answers a day for lease purchases. So it's nothing at all for me. So you want to be the agent that's right on deck for lease purchases, because you don't want to leave that out of your arsenal. You want to be able to have a buyer that has money down and that can't get qualified for a loan. You want to have a buyer that hey, he's looking to fix and flip. He's got all cash. You want to have buyers that can looking for $150,000 house, $200,000, $500,000, $1 million, $3 million. You want buyers from all over. And I've gotten high-end buyers, low-end buyers, cash buyers, all that. Especially just being in the military and stuff, you meet a lot of people. Hold on, water break. Water is so good. So buyers, is that making sense? You need buyers to close your deals. You need them. So how can you take the marketing you're doing right now and apply that to buyers? And I don't want to get too harsh, but I think a lot of people lose out that element. They fight, lie, cheat, and steal to get that listing. They think, okay, we're going to bring you a buyer. But, you really need to focus on those buyers first. And I think in this, because, well, if you don't got buyers, then you don't got closed deals. So focus on buyers all over Florida if you're in Florida. If you're in Wisconsin, if you're in California, if you're in New York, get your buyers on deck, see what they're looking for. And then, what you do, here's a $100,000 tip right here. What you do, then you contact the seller. And I'm gonna give you a little tip right here. If you're really dead on about getting that little commission, that 3 to 6%, I'm not going to say little, I apologize. But if you're really dead on about getting that commission, then what you do once you have that buyer, write down everything that your buyer is looking for. Even show your buyer the property. Show them pictures, and they say, hey, I really want that house. I'm going to go look at it. Then what you do is you contact the seller. And then what you can do is go ahead and be like, hey, I got a buyer right now. And have some type of written agreement to what the buyer's looking for. Maybe a conversation piece, or, what the buyer's looking for. Have get creative. Have like a little Word document or a spreadsheet of what your buyer is looking for, or what your buyers are looking for. And then let's say the buyer is matching up with this house right here in Florida in Palm Harbor, right? It's got a house, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, right? And you take your spreadsheet and you highlight the seller's property, and then you highlight another spreadsheet area where your buyer is looking for, and be like, hey, here's what my buyer is looking for. I will bring my buyer to you. Can you agree on a commission? And a lot of buyers will entertain a 2%, 3% commission. A lot of buyers will entertain a 2% commission. So imagine if you're getting a 3% commission from the buyer. The seller's entertaining a 2% commission. So imagine you're getting a 3% commission from the buyer, and then 3% commission, 3% commission from the buyer and a 2% commission from the seller. Now you got a 5% commission. That's how you win. Go after your buyers first, and then once you got your buyer locked in, the buyer wants to look at that house, then you contact the seller. You say, hey, I have a seller that is looking for what you have. I have a buyer that's looking for what you have. Will you entertain a commission? Boom. There you go. That's how you win. Have a buyer locked in first, because that's exactly how I go after my deals. When I contact the seller, I let them know. I say, hey, I have buyers in my pipeline. I have buyers in my database ready to go. And they're like, oh, well, they want to get cashed out. They want to have money in their pocket. So if you're able to close that deal quick for them, they'll entertain a commission because they want to be done and out. So chase those buyers. Get those buyers. Switch up your marketing and look for your buyers, because your buyers are going to bring you the deals, especially as an agent. So this is Devontae Arrington at Veteran Home Realty. Contact me at veteranhomerealty@gmail.com or yahoo.com 920-903-2941.